You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. Welcome to the Marriott Center in Provo, Utah tonight. Out of the Big 12, the BYU Cougars against UC Riverside. 28 for Dybantsa, was the king of New York. And then Wright was 17, three of the biggest right at the end. BYU controls the tip. The Cougars are 8-1, ranked 10th in the country. The Highlanders come in at 5-5. Spencer Linton's going to join us in just a couple of moments as Saunders goes to work. He'll try the left side. Here comes Saunders swooping in. And Ritchie's got 4. Saunders from the corner. And Ritchie, 2 of 11 from the field, 0 for 7 shooting threes on Tuesday. But it's a different night. Here's Dybantsa. Hands off to Keita. And he's got his first 2. And Ben Waller with his first bucket tonight. Saunders to answer back.
Yeah, Ritchie's wanted to make up for a poor shooting night the other night.
DeBella, what's Kevin Young looking for?
Well, he says Boop's been consistently good. He's come in. It's not necessarily about scoring. He's come in and given them a lift coming off.
Oh, my. How about that lift?
Yeah, that's a lift off the ground and a dunk.
Alexander Thompson.
Just a little quick baseline move, and no help came over. Defender didn't cut off the base. It looked like the way he opened up, it looked like.
Here comes the double team. A nice dish and a finish by B.J. Colley. Out come the Highlanders. Henderson for 3. Good. Thank you, Spencer. Long 3 by Godfrey. Here's Kostic. Maybe got away with some steps. Now it's Saunders all the way in. A dozen for Ritchie. Now Wright. How about that? He doesn't need much like water. You hear Kevin Young shouting, move it. They move it right over to Kostic. Number 2. Boskovic back to Dybantsa. Here's Wright into the corner. They'll try the other side for Kostic.
Oh, baby.
That's 3 in a row.
He's seeing it now.
And Dybantsa wills it in with the left hand for his 4th point.
So hard to defend that. When he gets that deep, 2 feet in the
Ball team routed UTEP to improve to 11-1 on the season. On the steal, Dybantsa, and he's coming in. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Petit open for 3 and buries it. 65% from the 3. Now Saunders at the other end. Off the glass. Basket will count. And he's closing in on a big night here in the first half. Dybantsa off the glass. AJ was 7. It seems other for BYU. Wright. Great entry pass by Dybantsa, and Wright's got 9.
Just threw it right by the ear of 2 defensive players, and they couldn't even see it.
Davis, shot clock's at 10. Backs it back out. Grady on the drive, swatted into the expensive seats. Boy, you can see it right here.
Yeah, and he's got the capability with his timing and his jump.
Dybantsa, 2. Right over Grady. 10 for AJ. Timeout with 23.5 seconds.
Look how beautiful that shot is. Everything's in the right spot. He's square, elevates straight up. It's pretty.
Jones, shot clock's off, but Grady in there off the glass and in. Now BYU to the final shot. Dybantsa looks up at the clock.
Yeah,
They got Davis in the corner.
They did rotate to him, and he thought he'd get an open 3.
Right on the steal and off the backboard. You know what? A lot of people in here expected that to go in.
That's what he does now, right?
Dybantsa swoops in.
You know, talking about footwork, that's 12 now. So people try to get back, get in front of him, and take a charge. How do you do it? Good, strong upper and lower body.
Now Dybantsa down where he loves to work. Cleans up his own miss.
And
Davis and the foul.
And right out of that timeout. And they didn't have great ball movement, but Dybantsa, I'm telling you, when you watch Dybantsa last year versus this year, his awareness of where he is on the court and how to turn and
kick back, Kostic. He's hit 3 in a row. There's 4.
He was directly in front of us, Dave, and you knew that thing came out so pure and so on line out of his hand. We knew it was going in 1 foot out of his hand.
Godfrey to answer back. Kostic on the rebound. He's having a night. 4 straight threes. Dybantsa. Assist from Dybantsa. Timeout. It's in the corner. Short is Boot. Back up and in is AJ. That ball just crawled in.
Inside position. Muscles it up on the glass. Gets fouled. 19 for him now.
Free throw line, the only area where Dybantsa is struggling. Another turnover. Lob for Boot. He had to go up way high.
And instead of trying to throw it crazily down with force, he just got it in the hoop.
Henderson short. Dybantsa again. 2 more and the foul.
Easy transition buckets in this big lead.
18-0 BYU run.
There's where they need to go.
And
take it down in the paint.
Henderson. Aba proof. Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Saunders slices in, throws it down for the one hand.
Saunders proof.
Richie was 17. In trouble down there. This one to beat the buzzer. Good. Jones with
shot.
3.
No panic.
First shot of the night.
Got it off the point.
Out ahead everybody. Saunders 19 and Wright with 9. Another steal. Here they come again. Oh! Hello, Sports Center. What a dunk by Dybantsa. Look at this.
When Dybantsa gave it up, he knew he was going to get it back. He trusted, if I give this up to Richie, he's going to get it back to me right here. That's great communication without talking by 2 great players. And Richie goes into the stand. Coming into this game of anyone else on the team, Worthy's the second guy.
Oh
goodness.
Run right to Diamante.
And they're +5 in rebounding margin. That's 17 extra possessions BYU's had in this game with offensive rebounding and enforcing turf.
Throws it down. Boskovic bounces it in.
I like that. Boot got the ball in the key and wasn't balanced up.
Henderson from the baseline knocks it down. Boskovic top of the key for 3. Petrit's a good 3-point shooter, and he's like, I'm not going to let Kostic shoot one. He does here. 5 in a row. Whoa! Trying to hold off Grady. Here comes Boot.
And so he was sure he wasn't going to miss that one. He saw no help defense.
Strong move to the basket and the foul. Shot clock's off. Here's Jones. And Maruss on the rebound. McGregor's got it. Crowd wants him to do it, but he's not going to. BYU wins at 100-53. And the Cougars improved at 9-1. Riverside drops to 5-6. What a night for the Big 3.